Earlier, we showed you highlights from the sprint car and late model features held Friday night at Lernerville Speedway. Although it was cold, the action on the track sure did heat up. And in the big block modifieds, the cream always seems to rise to the top. The 8 of Dean Pearson started on the pole, but it didn't take long for Jim Weller Jr. in the 31 to take the point position. Through 1 and 2, Dave Murdoch, number 61, squeezes below Pearson to move up to second. On the backstretch, Murdoch begins to close on Weller. He dives inside of Weller through the turns and is able to power off of the bottom to take the lead. By lap 10, Jeremiah Shingledecker in the 37 and the 777 of Kevin Bullen are running in the 3rd and 4th spots. On a lap 14 restart, Shingledecker has a chance to claim the lead, but Murdoch's car is too strong on the bottom groove. Bullen moved up to second by the time there was a restart with 6 to go. A lap later, Murdoch bobbles off of 4 and opens the door for Bullen to cash in. Yet in 1 and 2, Murdoch gets a good bite off of the bottom and retains the lead. A lap later, things get tight and Bullen takes over the top spot after a little contact. On the last lap, Shingledecker moves up to second place with this pass of Murdoch. After 25 laps, it's Kevin Bullen in victory lane. Rex King Jr. came home 4th, followed by Weller. When I make a trip to Lernerville Speedway, I usually take in the first 3 features, then head to the pit area for interviews, meaning I miss the sportsman race, which is always held last in the program. But not this week, so let's take a look at their 20-lap event. Granted, this may be the start of the race. A 3 and 4 wide action is rather common in this division. In this pack, it's hard to tell who's leading. The 13 of Ryan Moyer has it briefly before Rob Shook passes him on the high side. Jim Fosnot takes a peek low, while defending champion Mike Miller in the 81 looks for an opening. Fosnot would be in the lead early in the race, with Miller and Moyer still in pursuit. A lap car slows Fosnot's progress, allowing Miller and Moyer to sandwich him on the backstretch. While Miller and Moyer ran first and second, last week's winner Corey McPherson in the C33 machine is steadily making his way to the front. Here he gets by Fosnot. By lap 16, McPherson is reeling in the leader, who he happened to finish second to in points last season. Going into turn 1, Miller slides up a little and McPherson shoots to the lead. Moyer in 3rd place is not far behind. McPherson would hold off Miller for the last few laps to take his 2nd checkers in a row. Congratulations on the win, Corey. Describe that pass for the lead.
Thanks. The pass, I was coming from 12th and I was working my way up and I didn't really get around the guy clean for like 3 or 4 laps. We sort of, battled back and forth and it was like, really heated up and then once I got around them, that was it.
Unfortunately, some people leave early before watching the sportsman, but you guys put on quite a show out there, especially 3 wide for the lead.
Yeah, I think even whenever I'm not racing, I'm just here to watch. I think that the stocks are by far the best show because it's such a competitive class. It's a stock car class. Every other class, it's all the guys running up front are usually who have the most money, you know what I mean? But the stock car class is really, really competitive. I mean, on any given night, anyone can win.
Although you guys may not have the money in your cars like some of the sprints, late models and such, people have to understand that you put a lot of time and effort into this.
It's a ton of time. It's like a second job, and I mean, a stock car is, just as expensive, it's $700 for a set of tires, how long are those good for? A couple weeks, I mean, guys have, anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000 in their motors, I mean, it is starting to catch up with other divisions.
Well, Corey, this is a good way to start off 2012 and maybe get that championship you didn't quite get last year.
Yeah, I hope I can wrap it up this year, and I hope to keep winning because it's just an awesome feeling.
Here's your top 5. McPherson, Miller, and Moyer. Greg Beach finished 4th. Jim Fosnot was 5th. Coming up next, a look at some upcoming special events and season openers for a few tracks.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVaytown. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.